Chapter 17, 10%. Malcolm and I had been talking about financial responsibility, and I started thinking about how I could make more money. I raised the subject with Malcolm during our Saturday run. "Malcolm, I really like working for Gary. He's a great guy and has been more than fair with me. I don't want to quit, but I need to make more money. Can you help me?" Malcolm thought for a moment. "Tony, you will only make a few dollars an hour with a shovel in your hand. To make more money, you have to make yourself more valuable. That's why it is so important for you to read. Do you remember what you looked like when you got out of jail? You looked like you'd never lifted anything heavier than a toothbrush. Now you've got those muscles because you've been using them. Your brain is the same way. If you use it, it will grow and you will become more valuable." I focused as hard as I could. You need to talk to Gary to let him know what is going on. Make sure he understands that you are not quitting. You can start your own business on the side. That's how you will make more money. I couldn't believe Malcolm said this. Before I started working for Gary, I could barely hold a job, much less start my own business. Start my own business? "Malcolm, I have a felony conviction. I couldn't get anyone other than Gary to hire me. How am I going to start my own business?" "Well, Tony, we'll have to think of something that you can start small and then build up. Something that doesn't cost a lot of money to start. Remember, Gary started with a shovel, and now he has equipment and people working for him. And I started with just $62.53, and I've been able to turn that into a multi-million-dollar business." Malcolm paused. "Here's what we'll do. This time of year in Oklahoma, people need their yards mowed. I'll buy you a lawnmower, and you can mow yards in the evenings and on Saturdays. You can pay me back out of what you make. You don't have a car right now, so you can walk from Gary's house with your mower. I'll also buy you a trimmer and a broom. Once you see a yard that needs to be mowed, go knock on the door and quote them a fair and reasonable price. Then give that yard the best mowing it's ever had. We'll have some signs made up that say, 'Yards by Tony,' with your phone number. You can put those in the yards when you're done. This is going to be a start, a way for you to make extra money." "Yes, sir. You keep saving that 10% like we've talked about. You can add more, but never save less than 10%. Eventually, you'll have enough to buy a nice used pickup truck. Then expand the area you mow. After that, you can buy a trailer and more equipment and hire some people to work for you. Are you getting this?" Yes. By now I had a picture in my mind of me driving my employees around in my truck, just like Gary does. Now, this is a simple plan, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. The real challenge is going to come down to your self-discipline. Most people don't have enough self-discipline to do what you've been doing. Most people, when they want something new, like a car, don't save. They rush out and buy it on credit. If you save and pay cash, you can negotiate a better deal. Plus, you're not paying interest to someone else. When you borrow money, you become a slave to the lender. Let me know when you're ready to buy a truck. We'll find something that's been well maintained and cared for." Yes, sir. I was so excited by the idea that I couldn't think of anything else to say.